Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again. Real Kens TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully, you like the video. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, and hit that post notification so anytime I bring you this action, this heat, you're amongst the first to receive it. And with no further ado, I want to talk about maintaining your masters. If you're an artist, you're fortunate enough to own your masters, I want to talk about, should you sell your masters or should you keep your masters? Now, Slim Thug came out, this is maybe, I don't know, a couple months ago, and he said that if you sell your masters, you're not a boss. And I've since made a couple videos, because he brought up Master P and said that Master P was broke. Essentially, that's what he was saying, because P didn't own his masters. I definitely disagree with that. And, I brought out a couple videos and, I just kind of put it out there. And a lot of people disagreed with that as far as him bringing up Master P's name. But nevertheless, I watched a video tonight, an interview rather, with Irv Gotti. Man, one of the best interviews I ever seen, because Irv Gotti was just genuine. He talked about, a lot of artists, man, they deflect, or when you ask them certain things, they shy away from it. The man talked about everything. He even talked about his health. You know what I mean? But when they got to speaking about money, they asked him about his masters and did he sell his masters, or why he decided to sell his masters. They knew he sold his masters. And Irv Gotti sold his masters for $100 million. So Slim Thug is talking about, if you don't own your masters, that you're broke and you're not a boss. It's not true. There's a lot of people that sold their masters. Drake just sold his for $400 million. Nelly just sold half his catalog for $50 million. Who else just sold their masters? Future just sold his for, I believe, like $80 million. And he was talking about how Justin Timberlake sold his masters. There's so many people that have sold their masters, and it's like people try to make it as though it's a bad thing. Irv Gotti said, listen, if you decide to keep your masters, it's cool. He said, but just understand, you started from nothing. So anything that you sell your masters for is basically a profit. He was like, now, I had the option of selling my masters and get a bulk amount of money for $100 million, or I could just keep making a few $1,000,000 a year, off royalties. It's kind of like the lottery, and that's how he put it. When you win the lottery, do you want the bulk amount up front, or do you want to keep receiving, $3-4 million or however much, if you will, per year? So, people just try to make it such a bad thing when you sell your masters, and it's not. Lil Wayne, 100 and something million. Dr. Dre, 200 million. You see what I'm saying? These are heavyweights. These are heavyweights, man, that are, opting to choose the money up front, the bulk amount of money up front, and then take that money, and like he said, if you're a true hustler, you're going to take that money and put it into something else and make even more money. So I absolutely do not see anything wrong with selling your masters. If you've built up a catalog like that, and somebody's coming along and they want to offer you, $100 million, Timberland said, man, let them offer me $100 million. Gone. Ice-T said, man, $50 million. Gone. All these people, man, and they major bosses in the game. These are major bosses. Drake sold his masters for $400 million. Now, if I was Drake, I may have personally held out, because Drake continues to put out music, so his catalog is growing, and it's going to continue to grow. So Drake probably could have got, in a few more years, way more than that. But nevertheless, that's what he decided to do. So, Slim Thug, I understand the message that he was, coming out with. He was trying to convey, if you will. Save your money. Don't spend it on foolish stuff. Have ownership on your masters. Keep that money coming in for your kids, and then their kids, and their kids' kids. I understand that. But see, Slim Thug, all due respect, there's nobody offering Slim Thug $50 million for his catalog, because his catalog's really not like that. I like his music. So with that being said, it's a lot easier to say what a person shouldn't do, because guess what? Nobody's coming along saying, hey, Thugger, Boss Hogan, and we got 75 for you, man. We got 75 for you right now. You know? You win the lottery, you say, well, prior to winning the lottery, you say, oh, man, I just need one card. 2 at the most. But you win $300-400 million. You may stick to that, but you just don't know until you're in that situation. So like I said, that interview that Irv Gotti gave was so informative, because he let us in, man, his personal life. He was telling us, like, okay, I got the 100 million. I was going to use that to start Tales, you know what I mean? The show that he has on BET, but it just so happens to where he ended up getting another $200 million deal. You feel me? To fund his project that he has on BET. So he didn't even have to touch the 100 million. He said, that's just, he just set that to the side. But he was like, if I was never, interested in selling or open to selling my masters, perhaps this deal never would have happened. So that's all I'm saying, man. Every case is a case-by-case basis. You don't have a chance in life to come up on $200 million at once. In a lot of cases, you don't. And somebody's offering you that, I'm not saying that you just have to go do it, but you got to think strongly about it, man. It's like a business, man. You build a business, and next thing you know, that business really, really takes off. Dame Dash talks about it all the time. I build businesses to sell businesses. I take that bread that I got, the proceeds or what have you from the business once I sold it, put it into another business. Put it into another business, and you keep growing. So I don't personally feel like there's anything wrong with selling your masters if the value's right. But I also don't have, I definitely don't have a problem per se with what Slim Thug was saying. I didn't agree with him using Master P as an example. Master P is loved out here, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people jumped in the comments and Thugger was wrong and he's broke, and he's definitely not broke. Far from broke. You see what I'm saying? But I just think that the message was a great message. Just don't bring up the kernel of the tank, man, when it comes to being broke. And everybody know P ain't broke. Okay, he sold his masters a long time ago, man. You a true hustler, man. Sometimes it happens, man. Sometimes, we always want to call somebody broke, man. Just like with the Lil Boosie situation. He got locked up and he sold one of his cars. I agree with him. Okay, I sold a Rolls Royce truck or whatever for what? $250,000, $300,000. I got 8 other cars. Why am I going to take money out of my account when I can just sell something that I'm not even using anyway? See, it's being smart, man. It's being smart. You liquidate. You don't go use your own money unless you just absolutely have to. But what do we say? Lil Boosie must be broke. Come on, man. Worried about the wrong things. I would do the same thing. My lawyers and bond and what have you is going to cost me $300. Why am I going to go take $300 out of my account? Here, man, go on. Matter of fact, sell a couple of these cars. I got 9 cars total. So if I sell a couple, it ain't going to kill me. It ain't going to kill me. So we just have to be smart and be wise and understand that these guys that are selling their masters like that, man, they got plans. A lot of them have plans. They ain't just selling them just to be selling them. But it's awfully hard to turn down $70-80 million at once. I don't care what you say. Like I said, man, I just want to kind of, hone in on that. Great interview with Irv Gotti. I forget the platform that he was on, but, quite sure you can easily find it on YouTube. But he talked a lot about money, finances, and just taking your hustle to another level, man. can't be afraid. You got to invest in yourself, man. Take that bread, put it into something else, man. Your kids are going to eat forever. If you're doing the right thing, your kids is going to eat forever anyway. It just ain't going to be off the masters. Just what it is, man. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe. That post notification for me. I'm trying to grow the channel, man. But I come with a video. Y'all don't know that I'm coming with a video. And guess what? The video's not going to be seen. And then my channel's not going to grow. Real Kens TV, man. We trying to stay at you. You feel me? So get at me.